Hello students. So finally we are at the end of the chapter 5, that is fundamental unit of living body, that is the cell. In this particular video I am going to explain you the remaining 4 cell organelles, that is lysosome, mitochondria, plastids and vacuole. At the end of the video I also kept 3 possible worksheets along with the answers. So see that you practice these worksheets and try to answer all of them and study well. So all the best for studying this particular chapter, and let us start with the explanation part. Now let us go to the next cell organelle, that is lysosome. Students, lysosome is also known as suicidal bag. What do you mean by suicide? Suicide is to kill one own self. Correct? So over here also lysosome is doing the same thing when the cell is worn out. Worn out meaning the cell is not functioning effectively. Then if it is not functioning effectively, then there won't be any need of that particular cell. So lysosome is going to kill the cell in which it is present, that is its own cell. So it is known as suicidal bag. Now how does it kill the cell in which it is present? Lysosome is containing certain digestive enzyme. So when the cell is becoming ineffective, what happens is lysosome just burst. So what happens within the lysosome? There is digestive enzyme. So this digestive enzyme is going to spread out throughout the cell and is going to digest the material within the cell, and from that the digested portion, the required portion, will go back to the body, while the waste that is not required will be thrown out by exocytosis. This lysosome also kills the pathogens which are entering our body. So it sprays certain digestive enzyme on the pathogen that has entered our body, and it kills those pathogens and thus protects us from the disease that we might get from the pathogen that had entered our body. The next slide is talking something about mitochondria. Mitochondria is capsule-like structure which is having double wall, where the outer wall is smooth and the inner wall is quite folded. Students, as you know, mitochondria is also known as powerhouse of the cell. Why is it known as powerhouse of the cell? Because it is generating power, that is energy, which is required for the cytoplasmic action and in turn the whole body. How does it generate energy? Now, as I just told you, the inner layer, I'll just show you the slide, that is, you can see over here the brown colored membrane, that is the outer membrane, which is very, very smooth and unfolded, while the inner membrane, that is the light cream color, correct, is highly folded. This finger-like fold is known as cristae, and within the inner membrane there is a gel-like fluid called matrix, again which is going to provide a medium for carrying out the reaction. What happens in mitochondria? The digested food, that is from the digestive system, will enter the blood system, and from the blood the digested food will be brought to the cell. The same way, from the lung, that is the respiratory system, oxygen will be added to the blood, and from the blood again it reaches to the cell. Now in the cell, the cell has obtained the digested food as well as oxygen. This oxygen is going to oxidize the digested food, and that is oxidation of digested food is going to release energy. This energy that will be released will be in the form of ATP. The full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate. This ATP molecule is also known as currency note of the energy currency, that is currency note of energy of the cell, because Whenever there is no food say available to the cell and the energy is required for the carrying out the cytoplasmic reaction, then if it doesn't get any food, then from where does it get energy? Then this ATP molecule will break down into ADP, D for di for 2. So it breaks into ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate. So one bond between adenosine and phosphate breaks. So this chemical energy will be released, which will be used by the cell for the different cytoplasmic or the metabolic processes. Again, when the energy is released during the oxidation of digested food, if there is extra energy, again that extra energy will be fixed up by formation of bond between ADP and 1-phosphorus. So ADP will be getting converted to ATP. And when the energy is required, the same ATP will be breaking down and will be getting converted to ADP. So the conversion of ATP to ADP and ADP to ATP, both are possible. And thus the requirement of energy is maintained in our body. The next is plastids. Plastids are present only in plant cell. Plastids are mainly for providing the color to the cell in which it is present. There are mainly 3 types of plastid. One of the plastid is well known and you all know about it, that is chloroplast. As you know, chloroplast is green in color. So green color plastid is called chloroplast, and all other plastid having other color, that is other than green color, are called chromoplast. Correct, students? These chromoplasts are present in flower, then the skin of the fruit, maybe the outer cover of the seed, etc., where the part of the plant is colorful, that is other than green color. The green leaves, as it is very clear, will be having chloroplast. The third type is leucoplast. Leuco means white. So leucoplast is white or the colorless plastid. So where there is white color portion in the plant, say for example the pulp part of the apple is having the apple fruit is having the white color pulp, what we generally eat, it is having leucoplast. So all the white portion of the plant is having leucoplast. Okay, students. Now the function of plastid, as I just told you, chloroplast help in the photosynthesis process, while leucoplast is helping in storage of starch, oil and the protein granules. Then the last portion, that is vacuole. These vacuoles are storage sac where the solid or the liquid content are stored. In plants, the vacuoles are very big in size, which occupies near about 50 to 90% of space, while vacuoles are absent in animal cell. And if they are present, they will be very minute in size and very few in number. Let us go for functions of vacuole. That is, the function of vacuole is the vacuoles are filled up with the cell sap, that is the fluid. It provides the turgidity and rigidity to the cell. There are many important substances in the life of the plant cell which are stored in the vacuole, which include various amino acids, sugar, protein, organic acid, etc. So this was all about the explanation portion of the different cell organelles in both plant as well as animal cell. Now the next slide is showing the functions, that is the table which is showing the functions of different cell organelle. Now again, still the next slide, you can have such questions. The red color portion is the answer. So on one side you will be getting structure and all the functions will be given to you and you are supposed to answer. On the other side that is I've already answered for you, that is which cell part is performing that particular function or which cell part is having that particular structure. Again, you can even frame such type of tabular form where the organelles are there, the description of the organelle, then the functions, and whether it is present in only animal cell or only plant cell, or whether it is present in both the cell. So this type of questions are possible from this particular chapter. Clear, students? Hope you have found this particular video very informative and descriptive, which will be helping you for studying this chapter. You can even use these notes for your study part and even for your notes writing the answers. Clear, students? So students, this is all about the different parts of the cell and the history of the cell and the different type of solution, etc. Hope you might have enjoyed this particular video and it's quite informative, and you can use this particular video, the notes that are provided for your study. Students, if you have liked this video, please like, subscribe my channel, and don't forget to write your views about my video, which will be helping me to improve and make further better videos.